Hello, welcome to math. We're going to be working on multiplication this week. It's long multiplication. That's one reason we've been working on our multiplication facts. So we're going to have to know how to do and read area models and the standard algorithm. Standard algorithm is what mom and dad know how to do, and they're going to be able to help you. Area model is something new. And so if they don't know how to do that to help you, make sure that they can see this video. You can show them this video to help with the area model. I know you have all had the area model in 4th grade. Okay, so when it comes to area model, I will always have the models drawn for you. You have to be able to take the problem and fill it in. When it comes to area models, it's top times bottom, so it's across the top, and you're dividing it into its place values, just like we did for expanded form. So this is 30 and 5, so we write 30 and 5. Then we have 40 and 8, 48. And then you just basically are going to be multiplying where they intersect. So if we pretend that this 40 is driving down the street, the first thing he hits is the intersection of 30. So it's all you have to do is actually just multiply the first two numbers. 4 times 3 is 12. And then we learned when we were dealing with multiples of 10 that you can just add the zeros. So it's 12 and 2 zeros. Then we keep driving down the street and it runs into the 5. Well, 5 times 4 is 20. And then no zeros to add here, 1 0 to add there. So 20 with 1 0. And then you add those two together to get the end. And then you do the same thing for the 8. It takes off driving and down the street, and the first thing it runs into is the 3 and the 0. So 8 times 3 is 24, and then the 1 0. And he keeps going and he runs into the 5. 8 times 5 is 40, and then you add it to get your answer. Then to get your final answer, these are both called partial products. Partial products. To get your final answer, you're just going to add them. I always take the first number on top and the second number along the side. So I'm going to do a couple with you, and then I'm going to leave at least one for you to practice on your own. Okay? So the first thing we have to do is break it up. 70 and 8. 40 and 5. 4 times 7 is 28 and 1 2 zeros. 4 times 8 is 32 and 1 0. 5 times 7 is 35 and 1 0. 5 times 8 is 40. And then we're going to add them up. Well, I will be the first to say I am not good at adding up across, and most of you will not be. So I would like to see you actually lining up the place values and adding them. It makes it a whole lot simpler. 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, and the same thing for the bottom row. Some of you could do this in your head, but let me just say this. If you do it in your head, you're more likely to make a mistake. All right, and part of math is precision. So I want you to be precise and not miss any problems. All right, so, sorry about that. When you write your second number down here, make sure you're lining up the place values, because you're going to use these numbers then and add them up to get your partial product, final product. All a product is the answer to a multiplication problem. 9, carry the 1, 5, 3. So my answer is 3,550. And as always, you can put the comma if you want, but it is not required. Now, let's move on to the second example. Okay, 3,510 is my answer. First number across the top, 20 and 5. Second number across the bottom, 10 and 8. 1 times 2 is 2, and 2 zeros. 1 times 5 is 5, 1 0. 8 times 2 is 16, 1 0. 8 times 5 is 40. All right, and we're going to add them up. And yes, I could do this in my head, but better safe than sorry. All right, then once you have your answer, go ahead and put it on the line. Now, once you're done, you can plug these into a calculator and check your work, but you cannot do this on a calculator, all right? It's impossible. So I'm going to leave the last one for you to try on your own before you move on to the in-class work.